Well, everyone, can you believe that we are back for another exciting season? I'm gonna call this for Eurovision Watchalongs. It's been quite a while since we finished the last Eurovision Watchalong. It was back in, I want to say January, when we watched Eurovision 2023. I might actually be wrong on that, but it's been almost 6 months. And here we are back from the very beginning, doing a complete reset on everything that I've been up to, basically. And the first thing we kick off the new season with is the immense donation from Elibod. I'm not surprised, and yet I'm speechless. Thank you kindly, good sir. A new Eurovision season is here. Some things will never change. They won't indeed. I have no idea what to say. You're getting a heart, and yeah, much love. Much love to everyone tuning in. There are already 73 people who decided that they want to be a part of rewatching Eurovision 1956. Elibod is one of them. Elibod is definitely the one who leaves a huge impression on everything that's going on here. Groot is on £10 per minute. Yep, that seems to be the case at the moment. Quite a good hourly salary there, and I much appreciate that. I hope that everyone's excited to revisit the first ever Eurovision Song Contest. It happened almost 70 years ago. That's how long ago. I was not alive by then. I'm not sure if there is anyone, actually, on the entire server or community who did actually experience Eurovision 1956 when it happened. I know we have a few elder people, elder than me that is, but 70? I'm not so sure. And 1956, the year of Eurovision there, is what we will watch today and what we will also vote in, of course, at the end of the show. It is quite a short show. I remember like the previous few watch-alongs that we've done, they've all been rather long, because, of course, recently Eurovision is a very, very long show. Back in the day, it wasn't. This show that we will watch tonight is exactly 1 hour and 24 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm not sure if we will watch all of it. But of course, we will also have a little bit of a voting to decide what our winner will be and our results overall will be from this year. This is, of course, one of the years of Eurovision where we don't know the actual final results of what ended up happening. I just see that we got another donation rolling in. I bump up my hourly rate here. So great to be back. Eurovision Watchalongs belong to summer. Indeed, they do. Kane78, thank you very much for sending in your donation of a very generous number as well. I appreciate it massively. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm getting, for some reason I'm getting used to it, and I shouldn't, but it's incredibly generous, and I thank you so much. Summer of 2023 vibes, that is exactly what I'm feeling as well. The watch-alongs started in 2023, and now in 2025 we're doing everything from the beginning, and we're doing it properly. No one can cheat when they want to vote this time around, because Darren has put up the perfect website, the anti-cheating device, and we're all just going to have a fun time here together, rewatch some old Eurovision, get through the classics, and vote and see what we like the most, basically. Can compare a little bit to the real-life results. Of course, in real life, we don't know who finished second, we don't know who finished third, we know who won. I'm not going to spoil it to anyone who doesn't know. I'm actually just going to move this down a little bit, I see now. Sorry for editing midstream here. Was 1956 broadcast on TV? I'm actually not sure. I don't think so, but I could just be speaking nonsense over here. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Okay, people seem to say that it was. However, of course, all of the footage is lost from the show. However, there is the incredible YouTube user called Doodle, or J the Doodle, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it. However, I have once again stolen their content to basically rewatch this today. And last time I did this, Jay or Jej commented on the stream and actually thanked me for watching the version. So hopefully it's no problem that I'm watching this one with all of you today. You can check it out on their YouTube channel and see it for yourself. But of course we will watch it all together here now today, and there are more than 100 people out there doing it with me, which is awesome. I've also edited it a little bit because I've added a recap Darren sent me a recap, so I added that in as well. Jay is actually working on a new restoration for 1956, and he's going to get professional whistlers to re-record the interval act, which is missing. That's incredible. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit too early with the watch-along then, but we're not waiting anymore for doing this. This is not the reconstruction using photos. I think this is the one mostly with clips. Maybe there are a few photos here and there, but there will be clips in what we will watch today. Yes, let's see. Is there anything else we should even mention? Hopefully everyone is doing well, you know? I'm happy to have you all here with me. Of course, there is only 7 countries competing in Eurovision 1956. Alipan is in here as well with another donation. The generosity is through the roof tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what to tell you. Even I wasn't born in 56. Good luck with the new season, Mr. G. Thank you, Mr. A. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And yes, to everyone, just like Darren said, to everyone who isn't on the Discord server, you should probably get on there. If you don't have a Discord account, it's free to set up, but if you want to be a part of the voting for these watch-alongs, you need to have a Discord account and you need to be on my Discord server. So please join it. Everyone's, for the most part, very, very kind. That's a rule. You have to be kind. You have to treat others the way you want to be treated. You know, all of that jazz. But yeah, please join the server. That makes sure that you can vote, and you can also predict how the results will end up. Everyone should do that as well. Because we have a little bit of a competition, like who is the best predictor, and that's also a bit of fun. I've talked for maybe 7 minutes now. I think people are tired of listening to me talk, so instead we will listen to some songs, to a host, to a show. We'll just getting into it. I was waiting on Twitch, but not good, because I explicitly, very clearly stated on Discord that these watch-alongs would once again take place on YouTube for now, until we get to the copyright issues, and then we'll have to do a little switcheroo. But hopefully YouTube will be fine for now, and I do prefer streaming on YouTube actually, because I think the reach is greater on YouTube, so people can find the stream more. I mean, my subscriber count is larger on YouTube than my follower account on Twitch, let's say that much. It's time to go. And I clicked immediately the wrong button. Here starts tonight's show. And as always, I wish from all of you to help me out in balancing the audio so that you think it sounds good. We start off with an image that is not central, but you gotta just appreciate the effort. We got still frames. Of course, this year's Eurovision was hosted in Lugano, correct? I think that's the case. Maybe I need to just move it. Let's see. Maybe moving it just a little bit, make it a bit more central. Perhaps it could be better. And of course, the audio quality of this intro isn't really up to par from what we saw now in 2025 very recently. Haven't listened to 56 in so long. Me neither. It's gonna be exciting to revisit it. Food spotted already? Yep. Sounds good for a 56 transmission. That is a fair point. You're a little loud and the video a little quiet. You know what I will do then? I will bump up the video so you can adjust your own speaker. So you just lower your own volume. The audio of the clip should be good.
Signore e signori, buonasera.
Signore. Buonasera. Video is quiet indeed. Is it still, or should I bump it up even more?
Che si sono svolti in Belgio, Francia, Germania,
Riccardo Cocciante was 10 years old in 1956. Can the video be a bit louder?
La giuria
It can
internazionale che in
indeed.
questo momento è riunita a Lugano proclamerà questa sera per la prima volta negli annali della radiotelevisione il Gran Premio Eurovisione 1956 della canzone europea.
She's already laughing.
Sono in
Not sure
collegamento
about
con il
what.
Teatro Karrussell di Lugano 10 reti
Volume's
televisive
great.
e 20
Perfect.
reti radiofoniche, i cui spettatori e ascoltatori
Bit more.
sono già informati del nostro cartellone,
On my end, it looks
sul
like it's
quale
almost
naturalmente
peaking now.
sono iscritti i più bei nomi della canzone
It's really amazing we
europea.
have any footage from really like
La
1970 because they
selezione alla quale
didn't
stiamo
really
per
say
dare il
things
via
like we do now.
si è operata nel
Exactly.
corso dell'inverno
It's
e
crazy
della
how we actually
primavera, fra
we
centinaia di
are able to
canzoni
watch this.
che i
It happened
compositori di
70
ogni
years
nazione
ago.
hanno creato espressamente per questo Gran
sounds good
Premio
now?
della
Perfect.
canzone europea. e ne sono scaturite, per ogni nazione, le 2 finaliste, fra le quali sarà scelta quella o quelle, in caso di ex
So
aequo,
obviously I have no
che
idea what
potrà
we're talking
fregiarsi del
about,
titolo
but
di
someone
più
might be
bella
able to
canzone
translate all of
d'Europa.
this host
La
stuff,
successione delle canzoni di questa sera
or
è stata
at least the
stabilita per
interesting
sorteggio
parts.
nel corso
Thank you
di
very
una
much, Gail.
sessione
That's very generous
dell'Unione
from
Europea di
you. Welcome back.
Radiodiffusione
This will help me with my
svoltasi
health.
sabato scorso a
I
Gardone.
hope so. It's a
L'ordine
little
di
bit
presentazione sarà quindi il seguente:
of a distraction
Olanda,
from life, I suppose.
Svizzera,
Eurovision
Belgio,
brings a lot of
Germania,
us a lot of
Francia,
joy,
Lussemburgo, Italia.
and I hope it does for you as well,
Ogni
Gail.
paese presenterà dapprima una canzone e successivamente, nello stesso ordine, la seconda.
Stuck in the starting
L'orchestra
studio screen.
radiosa,
Yeah, if someone's stuck,
che
I
sotto la
suggest just
direzione di
refreshing,
bacchette diverse
because that usually helps
accompagnerà
out.
tutti gli interpreti, è pronta. Condotta per la prima canzone da Fernando Paggi.
Maybe also Eurovision's final, only Eurovision's final held on a Thursday. Well, not my watchalongs. My watchalongs take place on
La
Thursdays
rassegna
quite
ha
frequently,
inizio, come
I'd
abbiamo
say.
detto, con l'Olanda,
It happens
la quale
anyway.
presenta
But that's
The
crazy.
Vogels van Holland, parole
Eurovision
di
on a
Annie
Thursday,
Smith,
like the
musica
final,
di
can you
Corry,
imagine?
interprete
There's a
Jetty.
video of this with English subtitles somewhere on
L'Uccellino
YouTube.
d'Olanda è una canzone
Interesting.
dedicata
I'm not too,
alla
too
bellezza,
bothered with it
alla
personally.
gioia, alla musicalità del canto degli uccellini olandesi, appunto, in primavera. Jetty Paerl per l'Olanda.
I think we're getting straight to song number 1. Are we? I'll mute my mic when it starts. The Vogels van Holland, the first Dutch entry and the first Eurovision song of all time. Can you imagine? That's what we're gonna listen to now.
De vogels van Holland zijn zo muzikaal, ze leren in hun prille jeugd al vieren. De merel, de lijster en de nachtegaal, om zo de lente in Holland goed te kunnen vieren. Het is geen wonder, want nergens zijn de plassen zo blauw als in Holland, meneer, als in Holland, mevrouw. Het is geen wonder, want nergens is het gras zo vol dauw. Zijn de meisjes zo lief, zijn de meisjes zo trouw, en daarom zijn de vogels hier allemaal zo muzikaal, zo muzikaal, zo muzikaal. De hele wereld door heb ik vogels horen zingen. In het zuiden, in het westen, in het noorden. In vele verre landen heb ik vogels horen zingen. Zij zingen kleine liedjes zonder woorden. De Franse vogels zingen tudelulu. Japanse vogels zingen tudelulu. Chinese vogels zingen tudelulu. Maar de vogels zingen nergens zo gelukkig en blij als in Holland in het voorjaar in de wei. De vogels van Holland zijn zo muzikaal, ze leren in hun prille jeugd al tieren. De merel, de lijster en de nachtegaal, om zo de lente in Holland goed te kunnen vieren. Het is geen wonder, want nergens zijn de plassen zo blauw als in Holland, meneer, als in Holland, mevrouw. Het is geen wonder, want nergens is het gras zo vol dauw. Zijn de meisjes zo lief, zijn de meisjes zo trouw, en daarom zijn de vogels hier allemaal zo muzikaal, zo muzikaal, zo muzikaal.
And we're off. So one thing I really just think about now is that this is Eurovision 1956. It's the first ever Eurovision, and the orchestra is just on point right from the get-go. Such a chirpy little arrangement altogether there, and they nail it, I think. A lot of life in the orchestration, and a song that definitely is a thing of its time. A nice little waltz there from the Netherlands, with a bit of cutesy vibe to it. And of course, the main thing that it's famous for is being the first Eurovision song of all time. We'll see how far it goes in our voting, though, when we do at the end of the night. Moving on to song number 2, or song nummer 2, if we're going to stick with the language that it's going to be stuck in. We will now be introduced to Miss Assia. You might know who she is. This is Das Alte Karrussell, which is her first Eurovision song. The first of 4, I want to say. She might even have more, but I think it's 4. And I think the song is about to start. But I'm not sure. Assia for Switzerland, of course. Song number 2, Das Alte Karrussell. Let's go!
Das alte Karussell, das geht nicht mehr so schnell. Die Pferdchen und die Wagen, die wollen nicht von der Stelle. Da hilft auch kein Lackieren und auch kein Neulackieren. Da hilft nur noch das eine, man muss es einmal schmieren. Und auch das alte Orgelspiel, das piepst wie eine Maus. Von Zeit zu Zeit wird's ihm zu viel, dann setzt es einfach aus. Das alte Karussell, das geht nicht mehr so schnell. Die Pferdchen und die Wagen, die wollen nicht von der Stelle. Die Kleinen und Großen, sie ziehen und stoßen, und so geht es im Kreise herum. Die Pferdchen, sie traben und ziehen an den Wagen, und die Orgel, die wird wieder jung. Ein komischer Gesell, dieses alte Karussell. Von unten bis oben ist alles verschoben, doch im Kreis geht es doch noch herum. Das alte Karussell, das geht nicht mehr so schnell. Die Pferdchen und die Wagen, die wollen nicht von der Stelle. Da hilft auch kein Lackieren und auch kein Neulackieren. Da hilft nur noch das eine, man muss es einmal schmieren. Und auch das alte Orgelspiel, das piepst wie eine Maus. Von Zeit zu Zeit wird's ihm zu viel, dann setzt es einfach aus. Das alte Karussell, das geht nicht mehr so schnell. Die Pferdchen und
So I think that's just a lovely, lovely ending to that song. The final 30 seconds or so, it just feels like it's doing its own thing. It's swaying away and goes beautifully there towards the end. It's a very long song. It kind of feels like one anyway. Whatever you make of it, that's up to you. But one thing that I'm really thinking of, I'll put him a bit lower for now. One thing that I definitely think about is that it's obviously not very similar, but if you had like the same social side of things, like with social media and stuff back in 1956, the comparisons to What the Hell Just Happened and this one, you could really feel them, because it's very much a broken up song that just varies in approaches throughout. It's quite intriguing in that way. It's a bit clumsy maybe, I don't know, just my 2 cents, but it's a bit fun. And of course, just like Yafil just wrote in the chat, it's foot time. Mr. Leclerc is about to get on stage, and I'm ready. Hopefully you are as well. This is, of course, is my man. Is my man. It's foot time for Belgium. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine. Song number 3 for Belgium.
Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, ouvrez-moi les portes de l'eau. Je suis fatigué d'user mes semaines sur le pavé noir de Puteaux. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, ouvrez-moi les portes de l'eau. J'ai tant voyagé sous son ciel de laine que le vent m'a brûlé la peau. Je suis depuis toujours marié à la misère. Je n'ai connu l'amour que sur un lit de pierre. Le soleil pour les riches, la lune pour les gueux. Pourquoi si tout le monde triche? Jouer encore le jeu. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, ouvrez-moi les portes de l'eau. Je suis fatigué de n'avoir pour ciel que les ponts rouillés de Puteaux. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, j'ai tant regardé les bateaux que d'Aubervilliers jusqu'à Cour-la-Reine, je porte Paris sur mon dos. La fille que j'aimais ne m'a jamais aimé. Les copains que j'avais m'ont tous abandonné. Je fais le tour du monde pour trouver le printemps, mais comme la terre est ronde, ça peut durer longtemps. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, ouvrez-moi les portes de l'eau. Je suis fatigué de voir la dégaine des enfants trahis de Puteaux. Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, Paris me doit bien un berceau. Je m'endormirai sans amour ni haine entre ces
So what I think this song definitely has a little bit of that I think could maybe take some people out and get some people intrigued. It's playing around a lot with momentum. And it's pausing and phrasing, and you never really know where it's supposed to go and how long they will keep you waiting and keep you on the edge before it continues and resumes. And I think that's really fascinating about it. I love the arrangement of that song. I think it's brilliant, really. And I love Mr. Foot, of course, because he's just my guy, you know? But yeah, I find that song very, very compelling, personally. And some others do as well, and some others don't, and that's, you know, that's the way it is. I think what's coming up next as well, like, yes, Jamie, it's a very depressing song. However, I think Germany is next, isn't it? Which is, you know, definitely within the same ballpark, and equally, if not more, hard-hitting, I would say. Whichever one you prefer of the two, I'll leave you to decide on that. But Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück is definitely a Eurovision song that you should put in your memory. Take it in, see if you like it, or see if you don't.
Es gibt einen Hafen, da fährt kaum ein Schiff. Und wenn eines fährt, so in unbestimmte Fernen. Und es kommt, wenn es ankommt, von sehr weit schon her. Und einer steigt aus, und der kommt übers Meer. Mit gläserner Fracht von den Sternen. Und man baute am Quai der Vergangenheit einen Saal mit Blick auf das Meer und mit Wänden aus Träumen gegen die Wirklichkeit, denn die liebte man nicht sehr. Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück, da warten viele, viele Leute, die warten seit gestern auf das Glück von morgen und leben mit Wünschen von übermorgen. Und vergessen, es ist ja noch heute, ach, die armen, armen Leute. Und sie blickten aufs Meer und sie sahen auch das Schiff, gerade als es abfuhr in unbestimmte Fernen. Und sie jagten auf Träumen hinter ihm her und sahen ihn nicht, wie er kam übers Meer, mit gläserner Fracht von den Sternen. Und er ging am Quai der Vergangenheit vorbei. Und die im Saal, die ließ er einfach stehen. Ging geradeaus in die Wirklichkeit. Und da hat man ihn lächeln sehen. Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück. Da warten viele, viele Leute. Sie warten seit gestern auf das Glück von morgen und leben mit Wünschen von übermorgen. Und vergessen, es ist ja noch heute, die armen, armen Leute. Und es fuhren am Morgen die Fischer hinaus, und es glühte der Himmel bis in unbestimmte Fernen. Und da kam er gegangen, und ihre Netze waren leer. Doch da holt er für sie die Sonne aus dem Meer und trug sie empor zu den Sternen. Und sie glänzte weit durch die Wirklichkeit, und es tanzten die Boote im Licht. Nur im Saal am Quai der Vergangenheit, da sah man die Sonne nicht. Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück, da warten viele, viele Leute. Die warten seit gestern auf das Glück von morgen und leben mit Wünschen von übermorgen. Und vergessen, es ist ja noch heute. Tja, die armen Leute.
Sure is an intriguing one, and one that hits me personally very hard. I never really, care too much about lyrics when it comes to music, but this is one of those cases where I think it's an important part of the package. I feel like you can still feel the emotional content of it without looking up the lyrics, but it's very much a very hard-hitting story and presented in such a compelling way as well. Of course, the arrangement is entirely made to present that storytelling as well, and it's very, very fascinating to me just how that song is made and presented. It's very hard-hitting, I would say. Anyway. I'll bump that down just a little bit while we wait for song number 5, of course. We're already 4 songs in. There are 10 more, of course. I think you're right with that one, John, that it is a song about surviving the Holocaust, basically. Which is, a very dark topic to create your song around, but once it's done in a very hard-hitting manner, it's impossible to really ignore it, I would say. France, their first song coming up now, it's Le Temps perdu. I probably mispronounced that, but the first French entry of Eurovision. Enjoy.
Temps perdu, chante ta chanson à mon cœur éperdu-moi. Je pleure celui que j'aime. Verse dans le soir mon rêve et mes sanglots verts, sans moi l'espoir de le revoir bientôt. Hâte-toi, car j'attends toujours. Vienne le temps du bonheur, le temps d'amour qui seul peut calmer mon cœur. Coule le ruisseau vers la mer qui t'attend, roule dans tes eaux toute la vie du printemps. Moi, toujours j'attends ton retour. Les heures s'enfuient lentement dans la nuit, chacune d'elles monotone sonne, et j'attends le jour, imaginant toujours que tu me rendras ton amour. Un jour, chante, carillon, chante pour mon bonheur, chante ta chanson, si légère à mon cœur, chante aussi pour celui que j'aime. Berce dans le soir nos étreintes d'amour vert, sans moi l'espoir de le garder toujours, chante, j'oublie le temps perdu. Sonne, mais sans te presser, l'heure d'amour mer qui t'attend roule dans tes eaux toute la vie du printemps. Moi, toujours j'attends ton
Definitely a much shorter song than the one we just heard from Germany, of course, and quite the ending that you will definitely remember as well to that song. A vocal style that also stands out, of course. We don't get a lot of this kind of singing in these modern days in Eurovision, but go back to the 50s and 60s, we got a bit more of it, and this one is, of course, very well sung. The song on its own is one of the more, what do you say, kind of,
Michèle Arnaud.
I don't want to say flatlined in the year, but it's one of the more maybe like accessible and simplistic in just what it wants to do and go for that. So yeah, there's a little bit of variation in this year, of course. Some songs doing more extravagant things than others, and whatever you prefer, that's up to you. We're moving on to song number 6. This will be the first one from Luxembourg, and just because there are a lot of new people, I won't spoil what the results from season 1 were. So let's keep that to a minimum. But yeah, the next one up is Ne crois pas from Luxembourg by, I want to say that her name is Michèle Arnaud or something like that.
Michèle Arnaud per il Luxembourg.
Arnaud. And this is song number 6, the first one from Luxembourg. Ne crois pas.
D'en profiter, ne crois pas.
I accidentally muted the song instead of myself. Terrible. Sorry about that. Let's start over. Hehe. Yeah, I see I muted. Some things never change. Enjoy the song now.
Si on te dit que tu plais aux belles, y a pas de quoi t'en vanter. Et au lieu de te moquer d'elles, tu ferais mieux d'en profiter. Ne crois pas que toute ta vie on t'aimera pour tes beaux yeux, car si tu leur fais envie, c'est que t'es jeune et rien de mieux. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Tu seras comme tout le monde, avec le teint des Cathy. Tu auras le ventre en mappemonde et toutes les dents des serpilles. Quand tu auras le crâne bien lisse, le geste mal assuré et le regard en coulisses, tu iras te faire réparer. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Tu te vois malin à vouloir jouer les insondables, les intouchables, du début jusqu'à la Saint-Glinglin. C'est pas sérieux, les Hermès, Adonis, les Hercules, qui déambulent sans songer qu'un jour ils seront vieux. Si on te dit que tu plais aux belles, y a pas de quoi t'en vanter. Et au lieu de te moquer d'elles, tu ferais mieux d'en profiter. Ne crois pas que toute ta vie on t'aimera pour tes beaux yeux, car si tu leur fais envie, c'est que t'es jeune et rien de mieux. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera.
Such a high energy song for being such an early year of Eurovision, of course, and very appealing one at that. I think it's a lot of fun to listen to. It's quite intriguing though how, like, in the running order of this year, they of course put two, well, I'm guessing it was randomized, but Ne crois pas is number 6, and number 7, if I'm not mistaken in my head, Aprite le finestre, just like the host said, is song number 7, and this is another upbeat one. It's quite intriguing how they're put next to each other when, of course, upbeat songs were quite a rarity back in the day. So yeah, we'll just kind of in the same energetic mood now for song number 7, the first Italian entry in Eurovision, and the last country to perform, basically. The rest of the 7 songs will be the same countries again, in case you did not know. Aprite le finestre, song number 7, by Franca Raimondi. Here we go.
La prima rosa rossa è già sbocciata e nascon timide le viole mammole. Ormai la prima rondine è tornata, nel cielo limpido comincia a volteggiare. Il tempo bello viene ad annunciare, aprite le finestre al nuovo sole. È primavera, è primavera. Lasciate entrare un poco d'aria pura, con il profumo dei giardini e prati in fiore. Aprite le finestre ai nuovi sogni, bambine belle, innamorate. E forse il più bel sogno che sognate sarà domani la felicità. Nel cielo fra le nuvole d'argento, la luna ha già fissato appuntamento. Aprite le finestre al nuovo sole, è primavera, festa dell'amore. Aprite le finestre al nuovo sole. Sul davanzale un piccolo usignolo, dall'ali tenere le piume morbide, ha già spiccato il timido suo volo e contro i vetri ha cominciato a picchiettare, il suo più bel messaggio vuol portare. È primavera, è primavera. Aprite le finestre ai nuovi sogni, alle speranze, all'illusione. Lasciate entrare l'ultima canzone che dolcemente scenderà nel cuore. Nel cielo fra le nuvole d'argento, la luna ha già fissato appuntamento. Aprite le finestre al nuovo sole, è primavera, festa dell'amore. La 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 la. Aprite le finestre al primo amore.
I find that to be just lovely. It's such a cheerful and fast-paced song. Very enjoyable one for me. Always puts a smile on my face. And that's halfway through the running order already. Only 7 songs in, of course. But I think this is a very strong opening half. I don't want to get like your excitement down or anything, but I think the first half is definitely the stronger part of the song selection. However, there are a few good songs in the second half as well, so don't leave just because you've heard the first half. We will now go all the way around, back to the Netherlands. And I think it's Corry who you might know. That probably was mispronounced, by the way, but Corry will sing the next song. And it's called Voorgoed Voorbij, or something like that, I think. My Dutch is not... it's not on par with a Dutch actual speaker, so to say. Voorgoed Voorbij, maybe that's correct. And this is song number 8, and we're back to the Netherlands. So you can also compare like the 2 Dutch songs, which one you prefer, and then of course you also need to put together a collective top 10 at the end of the evening so that you can vote for the songs you like the most and be a part of selecting our winner. And of course also predict. Don't forget to predict if you want to do that. Corry, song number 8 from the Netherlands.
gesloten zijn je ramen, maar net als toen zie ik viooltjes staan. De hele wereld geurt, de lentebloesem kleurt. Ach, waarom is er ieder jaar een nieuwe mei? Is voor mij voorgoed voorbij. De lente van mijn leven, dat lachend getij, het is alles voorbij. Voor jou was het maar spel, ik weet heel goed, je hebt het niet anders bedoeld, maar ik meen het wel. Ik heb het maar al te diep gevoeld.
Indeed, we've now heard both of the Dutch entries from Eurovision 1956, and this one I so enjoy that instrumental continuation that the song has. It's a very pleasant part of the track, I think, and very well performed, as to be expected from Mrs. Brocken here. And no, I'm not. Well, I am indeed saying that my Dutch is broken a little. Very good stuff. The next song, everyone knows this, maybe. This is, of course, a Eurovision classic, because it is the first ever Eurovision winner. Everyone knows that. That's not a spoiler, you know. Refrain by Assia. It's the first ever Eurovision winner. That is the next song that we will listen to, song number 9. I'm a song behind, had to clean up a bloody mess. Oh, so you went back in the stream. Okay, well, have fun catching up. We will now, all the rest of us, we will listen to Refrain by Assia. Back now in a new language, of course. And yeah, song number 9.
Les sentiers où tu prenais ma main, les jours s'en sont allés et nous avons grandi. L'amour nous a blessés, le temps nous a guéris. bois de mon ennui coule la pluie. Où sont partis les caravelles, volant mon cœur, portant mes rêves vers ton oubli. J'aurais voulu que tu reviennes comme jadis, porter des fleurs à ma persienne et ta jeunesse en mologie. Refrain, couleur de pluie, regret de mes 20 ans. Chagrin, mélancolie de n'être plus enfant. Je sais que mon chemin, mon amoureux perdu, ne peut croiser le tien. Toi, tu n'y penses plus. Les jours s'en sont allés et nous avons grandi. L'amour nous a blessés, le temps nous a guéris. Mais seul et loin de toi, par les chemins où tu n'es pas, je vais pleurant mes amours de 20 ans. Je vais pleurant. Mes amours de 20 ans.
It definitely has its moments, I think. Some parts of the track you really feel like everything comes together very nicely and it's very pleasant. I think it's also one of the songs with the more dynamic vocal performances from this year. It's definitely a performance that adapts itself to what's going on in the song very, very well, and I think she does a very good job with performing this song. Feels like the song is kind of made for her, you know? I mean, obviously we can't imagine someone else doing this song because we so strongly associated with her. But yes. That was song number 9. I'm sure you've heard it before. Song number 10 must be the second Belgian song, the classic Ding Dong song, not the one by Günther, don't worry. This is a different one. It's not called Ding Dong Song, it's called something else in French that I can't pronounce. But it's song number 10, it's from Belgium, and I think that's everything I have to say really. So, I will let Messieurs on stage introduce it, and I'll be quiet. Enjoy song number 10.
Mentre lui sorride teneramente e lei gli si avvicina con il cuore che batte forte forte. Come in un sogno, due esseri innamorati stanno per unirsi per la vita. Monimark per il Belgio.
Le plus beau jour de ma vie, papa m'offre le bras. Nous partons à petits pas. Ding dong, ding dong. Les tout petits enfants me suivent bravement, portant ma robe sous mon voile blanc. Voici mon prince charmant, il sourit tendrement. Je m'avance vers lui, le cœur battant. Minute brève, comme en un rêve, nos deux êtres pleins d'amour vont être unis pour toujours. Ding dong, ding dong. Quel instant émouvant, je suis tout étourdie. Puis ta main sur ma main, simplement j'ai dit oui. Organ sourdine, tout s'illumine, le portail est large ouvert. Nous sortons sous le ciel clair. Ding dong, ding dong. On nous admire et j'entends dire, regardez, qu'elle est jolie, comme ils sont bien assortis. Ding dong, ding dong. Un doux bonheur mettra, tandis que sur ma main, tes yeux caressent mon anneau d'or fin. L'espace d'un instant, je refais le serment de vivre pour t'aimer fidèlement. Les cloches sonnent, tout carillonne, pour que jamais je n'oublie le plus beau jour de ma vie. Ding dong, ding dong.
It's a bit on the tacky side if you ask me, but it is definitely memorable because of its selling point section that it's using. But I think we can all agree that Proper Charlie gave the best description to this song. It is definitely very foodless. I like the expression. I will also start using it, just like John will also start using it. Very good expression. It was indeed a very foodless song. But a memorable one, I think, because of its ding dong, you know, kind of a selling point. 4 songs to go. Next one up, it's time to kick off your shoes, take off the jacket, and start dancing, because So geht das jede Nacht, you know, is the next song up by Freddy Quinn, the second German song of the year. And if you thought the first German song was attention-grabbing, this one is as well, in a completely different way. I don't think you're ready for it. If you don't know this song, you will remember it once it's done. And if you do know this song, I hope you enjoy it. Freddy enters the stage with So geht das jede Nacht. Let's go.
Sonntag mit Jimmy, am Montag mit Jack, am Dienstag, da gehst du mit Johnny weg. So geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht. Das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht. Ich schenk dir Blumen und fahr dich ins Büro, für deine Mutter jeden Sonntag in den Zoo. Doch dich bringt am Mittwoch der Willi nach Haus, am Donnerstag gehst du mit Tommy aus. So geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht. Das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht. Das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht. Ich hab dich damals damals als Baby schon geliebt. Jetzt hab ich Boogie und den Cha-Cha-Cha geübt. Doch du tanzt am Freitag mit Ben, Samstag mit einem, den ich nicht mal kenn. So geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht. Das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht. Doch wenn du gedacht hast, ich sitze zu Haus, ich gehe jeden Tag mit einer anderen aus, so geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht. Das hättest du nie von mir gedacht. So geht das jede Nacht. Das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht.
That stands out in the competition, if you ask me. It's very much a thing of its time, of course. I think a lot of people know what kind of music started getting popular in the 50s. This is right it. Very energetic, very fun in my opinion. Quite snappy, gets me invested for sure. And yeah, that of course means we only have 3 songs left. The next one is going to be the first French, or the second French song, sorry. We have a French song, a Luxembourgian song, and an Italian song left. Welcome to Rotterdam as well. Happy to see you here. Better late than never. I've already prepared a recap for you, so you can use that to get your votes in later on as well. I got you. And also thank you to everyone. 144 people tuning into Eurovision 1956. You don't realize how much I appreciate that. It's really, really cool, and I'm very glad to see so much excitement for it. Il est là is the next song up from France. This is an energetic one and a fun one.
Je ne peux changer ma vie, il est là. Aussitôt que je le fuis, il est là. J'ai beau faire, j'ai beau lire, je ne vois que son sourire qui toujours semble me dire je suis là. Accroché dans tous mes rêves, il est là. Et me poursuivant sans trêve, il est là. Il a le pouvoir du diable qui règne sur ses semblables, mais quel pouvoir formidable, il est là, il est là. J'ai tenté pour l'oublier, j'ai traversé le monde entier, mais aucun homme ne m'a donné une telle part d'éternité. Je ne peux changer ma vie, il est là. Aussitôt que je le fuis, il est là. Il est extraordinaire, et puis comme il sait vous plaire, non, il n'y a rien à faire, il est là, il est là. Par tous ses yeux, par tous ses lèvres, je sens en moi comme une fièvre. Tout mon être est anéanti, et tout le temps je me redis, je ne peux changer ma vie, il est là. Aussitôt que je le fuis, il est là. J'ai beau faire, j'ai beau dire, je ne vois que son sourire qui toujours semble me dire je suis là, je suis là. Quand je marche dans la rue, il est là. Au milieu de la cohue, je le vois. Il a sur moi une emprise qui me fait peur et me grise, et ma volonté se brise. Il est là, il est là. Oh, j'ai vraiment tout essayé, sans jamais pouvoir me passer. Ni de son corps, ni ses baisers, c'est impossible de ne pas l'aimer. Je ne peux changer ma vie, il est là. Aussitôt que je le fuis, il est là. Et jusqu'à ma dernière heure, jusqu'à mon dernier quart d'heure, une seule chose demeure. Je le verrai là devant moi, et à tout jamais il sera là. Il est là, il est là, il est là, il est là. Il est là.
What an ending that is as well. A lot of just fun endings this year, it has to be said. That just kind of go a bit outside the box, I suppose. Very upbeat song there again. Quite a free-flowing one at times as well. It definitely feels like towards the end it's just doing its own thing on top of the rhythm, which is quite interesting. And in my opinion, it's the more memorable song from France for me anyway. But if you prefer Le Temps Perdu, that's up to you as well. I don't mind either, you know. I think this is a very decent year for Eurovision overall. It's a good thing to, it's a good way to kick things off, and no wonder it became a thing to stick around, right? When you had it open like this. 2 songs to go. Next one up is from Luxembourg, and I have forgotten the title of it. It's in French. I do know that much. Has Kurt got a new mic? He sounds even more Swedish. I'm not sure how the microphone is affecting that, but no, it's the same mic as always. Les Amants de Minuit. Yes, that's it. Song number 13.
Les amants de minuit par hasard se rencontrent, par hasard se rencontrent, et quant à ce qui suit, bonheur ou malencontre, seul c'est la nuit. À l'angle de 2 rues, aux tables d'un café, au long d'une avenue, 2 ombres sont venues. Et puis, les jeux sont faits. Pas de mots inutiles, pas de baisers perdus, pas de baisers perdus, pas d'aveux difficiles, ni de cœur morfondu, ni décevant idylle. À l'aube sans retour, les amants désapprennent leurs noms et leurs amours. Elles valent les miennes usées par tant de jours. Les amants de minuit, par hasard, se rencontrent, par hasard se rencontrent. Et quant à ce qui suit, bonheur ou malencontre, seul c'est la nuit. Et si leur cœur se donne un peu plus qu'une nuit, il n'y aura personne, personne entre elle et lui pour leur crier mal donne. Les amants de minuit, par hasard, se rencontrent, par hasard se rencontrent.
A pretty little song, that one, I think, and one that I think really has a mood about it that is somewhat tangible to me anyway. I also kind of like, I know this clip is of course not from actual Eurovision, but the little clouds in the background there early on, it looks cute, I think. No, but I do quite enjoy that song. It's not one that really sticks in my head and I remember and I go around humming, you know, but I think it has a mood to it that that is quite pleasant to it. And the final song, of course, Amami se vuoi, I think it's called, from Italy. This is a pretty song, I think, anyway. It's quite different from Aprite le finestre, which we, of course, heard before. It's very different. But I think this one, this is a nice one. And it's, of course, our finale, I suppose. So, yeah, enjoy. We'll open the voting after this one. So get on Discord.
Piace tanto accarezzarti, sugli occhi timidi baciarti, ma non mi sento di giurarti, se tu mi chiedi
abbandoniamoci al destino, soltanto lui non sa ingannare, e se rimango a te vicino, non lusingarti ma non disperar, no. Se vuoi, vienimi se puoi, io son l'amor che svanisce, ma dei baci miei non fidarti mai, io son l'amor che ferisce, e quando fra le braccia mi stringi dolcemente, ancor più dolcemente ti dirò, vienimi se vuoi, perché io sono così. Non lusingarti ma non disperar, no, vienimi se vuoi, vienimi se puoi, io son l'amor che svanisce, ma dei baci miei non fidarti mai, io son l'amor che ferisce, e quando fra le braccia mi stringi dolcemente, ancor più dolcemente ti dirò, amami se vuoi, vienimi se vuoi, perché io sono
I will just pause there briefly because in just a moment Darren will post the voting link on Discord, so you can take a look at that. Then the recap will start here. But one thing I just think about this song is definitely that I really like the transitions from verse to chorus, how it kind of builds up, the orchestra really just kicks in, and then it just, instead of actually going for it, it just starts soaring very softly, with her vocal being the central part of what makes that work. It's an intriguing composition, it definitely stands out, but I understand if it's not your thing. Right now, I'm just taking a quick look over on Discord. As you can see on the channel Watchalong announcements, the voting is now open. However, I do of course suggest that you could stick around and take a look at the recap first to just refresh your memory. Yeah, definitely need the recap. I think a lot of people do. It will come, and you still vote. You still have around, like, I think 19 minutes to vote. Yeah, we're closing the voting at 9:40 my time, which is Sweden, like Central European time. So 19 minutes is what you have. I don't think the interval act of this show will be that long, so we'll just have a little bit of a pause in the middle there. But yeah, do get your votes in. But if you want to wait for checking the recap first, I don't blame you. I think you should wait. So let's take a look at the recap right now. And I will mute myself so you don't have to hear me ramble on top of it. Okay?
wonder, want nergens zijn de plassen zo blauw als in Holland, meneer, als in Holland, mevrouw. Het is geen wonder, want nergens is het gras zo vol dauw. Zeg, Karrussell, das geht nicht mehr so schnell. Die Pferdchen und die Wagen, die wollen mich von der Stelle.
La Seine, ouvrez-moi les portes de l'eau. Je suis fatigué de n'avoir pour ciel que les ponts rouillés de plus tôt. Messieurs, les noyés de la Seine.
Zum großen Glück, da warten viele, viele Leute. Die warten seit gestern auf das Glück von morgen und leben mit Wünschen von übermorgen.
Mon rêve et mes sanglots verts, sans moi l'espoir de le revoir bientôt. Hâte-toi, car j'attends toujours. Vienne le temps du bonheur, que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Tu te crois malin à vouloir jouer les insondables, les intouchables.
È primavera, lasciate entrare un poco d'aria pura, con il profumo dei giardini e prati in fiore. Aprite le finestre ai nuovi
Voorbij de lente van mijn leven, dat lachend getij, het is alles voorbij.
couleur de pluie, regret de mes 20 ans. Chagrin, mélancolie de n'être plus enfant.
Ma vie, aujourd'hui je me marie. Ding dong, ding dong. Si maman pleure, c'est bientôt l'heure.
So geht das jede Nacht, das hätte ich nie von dir gedacht. Doch wenn du gedacht hast, ich sitze zu Haus, ich gehe jeden Tag mit einer anderen aus. So geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht, so geht das jede Nacht.
Aussitôt que je le fuis, il est là. Il est extraordinaire et puis comme il sait vous plaire, non il n'y a rien à faire, il est là, il est là. Par tous ses yeux, par tous ses lèvres.
Minuit, par hasard, se rencontrent, par hasard se rencontrent. Et quant à ce qui suit, bonheur ou malencontre,
Bien-aimé c'est toi, io sono l'amor che svanisce, ma dei baci miei non fidarti mai.
Signore e signori,
So before he starts his Signori Signori, that was indeed the final part of the recap. So get your votes in. If you didn't, I see a lot of people did during the recap, but if you still haven't, go ahead, go do that. There won't be another recap, just so you know. There was only one. So if you missed it, you have to go back in the stream. Still have 14 minutes or maybe like 13 and a half or something to get your votes in, so do that. We will be taking a look at whatever interval act they have this year. I have to be honest, it's been 2 years since I watched this show with you all, and I haven't watched it since, of course. I have no idea what this interval act is going to be. I did see that, I mean, Fam, you said something about whistling, right? Because Jay, the doodle who makes this one, is of course working on a new version thing. But we'll see what kind of interval act we have in this clip. People are starting to get their votes in. Hopefully we have, let me just take a sneak peek actually at how many voters we have right now. I won't say it loud, I just want to know. Not bad. Not bad. We have quite a few new ones as well, which I'm really excited about. We have as well a few new members on the Discord server. So if you want to, if you just joined us for this watch-along season, you can introduce yourself on the server. There's a separate channel for that. Or you could just start talking out of nowhere. That's completely fine too. But hopefully you can be like a part of all of the good stuff over here. And I just I just realized that in the general chat on Discord, we have a screenshot of the conductor for Italy, of course. Quite the look. I never even mentioned it as we watched the show, but yeah, what a look, for sure. Yeah, anyway, we have now watched the recap. We will keep watching the show. I will shut up until it's time to, until we finish the interval, I suppose. So, yeah, do enjoy it. I'll keep playing here. And if you still haven't voted, of course, there's still time to do.
Concorrenti al Gran Premio Eurovisione 1956 della canzone europea hanno selezionato per il titolo di più bella canzone d'Europa. La giuria in questo momento sta deliberando. In attesa del suo verdetto, vi offriamo un breve intermezzo che avrà come animatori les joyeux rossignols, gli allegri rosignoli, e les menestrelli, i menestrelli. Les joyeux rossignols.
Was that already it? Was that the entire interval act? A little bit of whistling. We also had a lady laughing at them. I think that's probably just edited in. It seemed a bit rude from a lady in the audience to laugh at them, whistling. No idea what's going to happen now.
Dopo l'ansia spasmodica, non direi tanto del pubblico, ma degli interpreti e degli autori,
it's absolutely difficult to whistle like that. I can't whistle at all, so, you know, half of it is missing. Ah, I see. Because that was definitely has to be the shortest interval act ever. What we just saw, anyway. Someone released a club remix. Yeah, we'll get Tiesto to make a remix of that, I think. Seems like something could happen.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, le jury européen, composé de 2 délégués de chacun des 7 services de télévision participant au
doing my very best French understanding. I heard the word
dans les conditions prévues aux articles 12 et 13 du règlement de l'Union européenne de radiodiffusion, a décerné le Grand Prix Eurovision 1956 de la chanson européenne
1956, I suppose.
À la chanson Refrain.
Ah, Refrain 1. in real life, that is. Hasn't won in our universe. I think, you know, to be honest, let's just keep watching the show while our voting is still open, because there's nothing else we can do anyway. Yeah, he announced the winner. Very dramatic, very exciting. It's done exactly like it is today, right? None of this dragged out long voting sessions of scoreboards and pause dramatics and none of that. Just say, we think the winner is refrain. Okay, then it's done. Sure, why not? I guess we'll listen to refrain again. As maybe this will skew the voting because now you've heard refrain twice, but I don't think it really matters. Everyone here has heard refrain 500 times, so, you know. We'll just keep watching the show. Voting is still open for a bit more than 6 minutes. Thank you for the flowers. Wait. So he gives her the flowers, but then when we see her singing the song, he's holding the flowers. Okay, yeah, they get them. What was the point? What was the point of them giving her the flowers when she just gave them back because she has to sing her song again? Oh, I love that. I love that. Maybe this will be the solution from now on, Eurovision 2026. Just announce the winner, nothing else. Exactly. The show would be shorter, that's for sure. Alright, let's just listen to a fan once again, why don't we? Remember that voting is still open if you haven't voted yet.
Émotionnée, je regrette. On recommence, oui.
Sur les toits de mon ennui coule la pluie. Où sont partis les caravelles, volant mon cœur, portant mes rêves vers ton oubli. J'aurais voulu que tu reviennes comme jadis, porter des fleurs à ma persienne et ta jeunesse. choisis le tien, toi tu n'y penses plus. Les jours s'en sont allés et nous avons grandi. L'amour nous a blessés, le temps nous a guéris. Mais seul et loin de toi, par les chemins où tu n'es pas, je vais pleurant les amours de maintenant. Mes amours de 20 ans.
And we end it with her getting the flowers back. How nice. That was Refrain again. She tried to enter Melfest in 2013 with a rap group, but their song wasn't selected. Wait. Assia. Are you messing with me now? Perhaps. So the voting will close in just a moment. At the moment, we're just kind of checking how they finish off this show. A little bit of an orchestral finale. And this is the way they end things. A little bit of a scrolling. Yeah, the Swiss national final. That's what I remember as well. But yeah. And here are the partecipanti. Food Leclerc. Wait. Freeze frame. My man at the top. Well, just below Assia. Wait. There you go. Man's on top. We're very soon going to find out the actual scoreboard. There's a clip of the rap, but but it wasn't a national final song, I think. Well, I don't know anyway, you know? I'm not too well read on things. We just watched the whole thing. We did indeed. That was the full first Eurovision Song Contest. A lot of things have happened. Let's just say that much. But I hope you did enjoy it. Please do not go anywhere though, because now the exciting finale of tonight's stream will very, very soon take place. The voting has closed. Groot's grandma just shared Assia's rap song, I suppose, on Discord, so people can check that out while we just wait for the voting to be complete or to be counted. Leclerc on top. Guess this isn't F1. Hug a Ferrari fan if you know one. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll see if this Leclerc will be on top. I'm not sure. Like, of course, we have results from season 1. How much they will align with what's going to happen tonight, that's going to be very, very interesting. I think I will mention later on, after the voting has finished, how the results from season 1 looked, and we can just compare them. That would be quite interesting. And now I just got another donation, as I think you all saw there, from Mary. Thank you very much, Mary. Let's just take a look at what it says here on the donation. Contributing a share to Grudy's summer vacation funds. Thank you. Still remember the excitement I felt when you started with 1980 about 2 years ago, getting to listen to many old ESC entries for the first time. Here's for round 2 and hopefully Melfest too. Thank you very much, Mary. I do actually want to rewatch Melodifestivalen with all of you as well. I haven't planned for it yet, and I know it's obviously going to be even more time consuming, but I do have quite a bit of interest in actually doing that. So we'll look into the availability of that, but thank you very much, Mary, for the donation and for your very kind words and sharing the excitement that you've had about these watchalongs that I've also had. I think it's crazy that, like, back when I did the first one for 1980, it just spontaneously came out of nowhere. I was like, okay, I want to rewatch 1980. Let's just do it with whoever wants to join. And people just what do you say? Funneled? No, funneled is not a word. People just stumbled into the stream and they stuck around, and now it is this crazy, great thing that most of us enjoy, I suppose. And it's crazy the numbers that you're all putting up and joining me for this. It's really quite cool. Where will Groot go for his vacation? Well, I can spoil that while I still... I've actually gotten the message from Darren, but before I play the message from Darren, I will just say that, of course, we're making 4 watch-alongs this week, or like within the next few days, so 56 to 59, so stick around for all of those. I've posted the entire schedule for these watch-alongs on Discord in the announcement, so take a look on that. After that, though, I will be heading off, because that's when my work finishes, and on the day that I finish work, I'm heading down to the airport, and I'm flying away to Kyrgyzstan. Has any of you been to Kyrgyzstan? Do let me know if you have. I'm super excited about this trip, actually. It's a very exotic and very unusual place to visit, I would say, and I'm so excited about it. So that's why I will be gone for a little bit of time. I'm really excited about it, if I didn't say that already. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations for Kyrgyzstan, let me know. You can send me a message on Discord or something. Yeah, heard of the country. That makes sense. In GeoGuessr, exactly. Yeah, it's quite random, but just look up pictures of it. It looks fantastic. It looks so cool. So I am looking forward to that. Okay, that's everything about Kyrgyzstan now. I'll update you on more things Kyrgyzstan when I've been there. Let's now shift our focus to no, not that guy. We're shifting our focus to Mr. Darren Smith, aka Disco Das, and maybe he has some news for us.
Good evening, Groot. I can confirm that we have a valid result for Eurovision 1956 Season 2. Tonight, 165 people have voted, which is 42 people more than voted when we did the same year in Season 1. We've had 11 new voters, and I can verify that every single one of those new voters is a new member on Discord, so we have no fake voting, no duplicates or anything like that. We've also had 107 people leave their -3s and 54 predictions. So, now it's time to go Grooty.
And Grooty will indeed go. Is that a new microphone I hear, Darren? It's quite nice. It's very clear, like a very crisp audio quality, and I heard every single word you said very, very clearly. I do like that. Did all of you hear that 165 people have decided that they care so much about Eurovision 1956 that they want to be a part of voting here? That's amazing. That, of course, means that 82 of you will be a part of the jury vote, which will be shown on screen, and the rest, the other 83 of you, will just be grouped into a big cluster giving out our televote points. And there's a very, very fair and calculated system about who goes where. You all take turns. If you keep voting in watch-alongs, you will appear in the jury sooner or later, most likely. You just need to kind of verify that you are indeed, that you want to be a part of the jury. You do that on Discord. There are instructions about it. If you're unsure how to do it, contact any of the moderators. They will tell you. They will let you know. They will help you out. Yes, I think that's everything for now, though, right? Are we excited to find out who won? I kind of am, you know? So I switch over to this screen. I click on this button, and nothing happens. You know, I'm just used to this. For some reason, Streamlabs says, no, Google Chrome is actually not open on your computer, so we're not going to show you anything. Which, you know, is kind of a problem. So while I try to fix this, I will also read the incredibly generous donation from Mr. Rodmorg. I've stacked up so much money tonight that I don't have to work tomorrow. So thank you. Will gladly join you for the ride, Mr. G, obviously when I can. With all the love from your favorite Kentish man who has a weird obsession with Yugoslavia and Eurovision. Hopefully we'll speak to you on the VC. Are we doing a voice chat tonight? Is that back on? Is that what we're actually doing? Is voice chat nights back on after the streams? Thank you very much for the money, Rodmorg, for your donation. Incredibly generous. We'll have to wait for Yugoslavia to join us until, I believe it is 1962, I want to say is their first year. 1961? Anyway, you have to wait a few watch-alongs to get to them. But the voice chats, if Rodmorg's there to just put it up, we're doing it. Stick around on Discord, join the voice chats, they're usually fun. I still haven't been able to make this work on my little Google Chrome browser here to find the actual voting. So what if I just do this in the meantime? Yeah, that looks fantastic, I know. Nothing. Okay, let's show this then. Why is this not working? Oh why, oh why, oh why. Oh why, oh why, oh why is it not working? That's my song. It's called Why Is It Not Working? There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. We got Grand Prix. Okay. Streamlabs. Mate. I can't be bothered with this. Seriously? It just appeared that it's... And now it's back. What's going on? Have you missed these streams, these watch-alongs of just eternal mess-ups of all technical things? Let me just restart my web browser. Why don't we? Tekniskt problem, men hör Charlie. Okay. Jeez, now I'm getting in a bad mood. Why am I getting in a bad mood? Google Chrome, Streamlabs, time to cooperate, you know? Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Will it stick on screen? No, it won't. What? This has never happened in the history of my... You know what we're doing? We're doing Firefox. That has helped one time. This is the worst stream of my life. I'm terribly sorry. No, it's actually not. But I've done some pretty awful streams. But honestly, this is incredibly frustrating. I'm so annoyed. Where's your pillow? I might go get it if Firefox doesn't cooperate either. You know. And no, I have to... Do I have to readjust all of the size things on Firefox as well? No, don't tell me I have to do that. This could be... What an awful start to Season 2, isn't it? It's just loading. It's just loading. And I need to log in to the admin page. The thing is that I tested everything before starting the stream as well, and everything worked flawlessly. Flawlessly. Will it stay on screen? Probably not. So far so good. It's still on Google Chrome because my Streamlabs can't find Firefox either, for whatever reason. It's still on screen. Let's hope it stays there. It says Grand Prix Eurovision de la chanson européenne 1956. Yes. What the hell just happened? Maybe you should just announce the winner and we never get the full results, just like real life. What a good suggestion, Utu. Here we go. I hope that this will work. Everything's still... Okay. Fingers crossed. Let's start the jury vote. And if things close down, I will start throwing things somewhere that they should not be thrown. Who is our first voter? That will be Chloe from Belarus. Welcome, Chloe. These are the first points of the evening. Our first 8-pointer goes to Refrain. 10 points to Messieurs les noyés de la Seine. And 12 points to Ne crois pas. A lot of French songs there at the top, the entire top 4 being in the French language, and Ne crois pas is our first leader. Monchi from Czechia, the first time you vote in a Eurovision watch-along. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what your favorite song is. We got some points for De Vogels van Holland and Ne crois pas. And the big one, to Das Alte Karrussell, ja. Bitte sehr und anderes deutsche Dinge. Kitty gives a few points here. Everyone's almost off the mark. We're still lacking points to Belgium number 2. I'm not pronouncing the title of that. 12 points from Kitty. Ne crois pas, who's running away with it after 3 voters. Remember that there are 165 voters making up the score here, so nothing's done yet. Even though Ne crois pas is leading, things can definitely change here. We've got Aprite le finestre getting 8 points there. Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück with 10. Another 12 to Ne crois pas. Très intéressant. Of course, I will also kind of make a little bit of, like, we have a medal table thing going on. So if you get a top 5 finish, you get scores on the medal table. So getting top 5 is kind of like an extra thing here. Asterite le finestre, which is a wonderful name for Asterios here, gives 12 points to So geht das jede Nacht, which puts that up in 3rd place. But yeah, as I said, if you get top 5, you get written into the history books, basically. And there might be even more things that's special about getting a top 5 place. So top 5s are worth a lot in this universe. I'm telling you that much. Elibod 1, here we go again. Nothing for Ne crois pas, but plenty of points for Aprite le finestre, which goes up in 2nd. And Luis Assia has a really good name, I gotta say. And we also have some points to Moni Mark. Everyone's off the mark. Refrain getting another 10 here. And Ne crois pas getting a 12 to take back the lead. Calling it right now, Ne crois pas is winning. Maybe. Anna Bucharest, the next one to vote. Of course, I hope a lot of you have made predictions for this, because that's fun as well to see who wins the predictions. Ne crois pas with another 10 here. And Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück with a 12 going up to 4th place there. Just behind Food and just ahead of Freddy. Max Mau, or Mo, first time voter. Welcome, welcome Max. Happy to have you here. Got some points for Amami Sevoy and Aprite le finestre. But the big one, Ne crois pas, ne crois pas. Such a troll voting there somehow. Who's troll voting? I don't get it. There's no like Belarus 2019 yet, you know? Just flipped their entire scoreboard. Proper Charlie with a 10 for Food and a 12 for Michèle. The upbeat Michèle song, who's now already on 99 points. We're only 10 voters in. This is number 11. It's Ruben. And Ne crois pas into the triple figures. That's the word I was looking for. We got a 10 for Franca. And a 12. Ding, 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 ding. Mr. Food has gotten his first 12-pointer. I think that's the first one anyway. Messieurs, les noyés de la Seine. Got a 12. Utu from Turkey. 8 points to Food. 10 points to Franca. And the 12 points pour la Ne crois pas. Another one. Ne crois pas is definitely racking up the points. He's got an 80% of the maximum possible points so far. That will, of course, be very interesting to see how high these songs score compared to each other, of course. Seeing which ones will be the most successful in Season 2. Achilles Raphael, 12 points to Aprite le finestre. It seems to be a 2-horse race with Food and Walter, and I don't know the name of the singer who sang Il est là. Sorry, I'm a fake Eurovision fan. Il Beiba is definitely a very good name, though. Will we get some points for Il est là? 10 points to Ne crois pas, and 12 points to Il est là. Yes, indeed. Up to 4th place there. Honored to give Food his first 12, as you should be. Elda d'Aurore. Is this a reference that I'm supposed to understand? Probably, but I don't. Heh. Il est là with a 10, and Ne crois pas with a 12. The record holder is still Italy 1958 with something about 86. Yes, but that was, of course, during a different time of Eurovision watch-along votings. So we'll see how many points that will score, of course, in Season 2. We start Vandelay again. We do indeed. And we get 12 points to Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück by Andreas Schwarz, I think. Maybe that's the name. Mark here, supporting a few of the songs on the bottom half at the moment. Let's see where the big points go. Some points to Lys with Refrain. And the big one to Freddy Quinn, who's now on 99 points. Look at the battle we have for third place. 101, 100, 99, 93. Crazy. Im Wartesaal zu jedes votes. I wonder where the 12 will go here. 10 to Freddy. 12 to Ding Dong. What? No 12 to Ding Dong? Jere. I'm so surprised. Yanis is jury number 19. And Yanis gives 8 points to Ne crois pas, 10 points to Im Wartesaal, and a 12 from Yanis to Il est là. And Il est là now up into 5th place. Mr. Food has actually dropped out of the top 5 for the first time, I think. We'll see if he'll stay outside or get inside. Raptor, Season 2 hype, woot woot, indeed, gives 10 points to Aprite le finestre and a 12 to Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück. Yes. Jury number 21. We're like a fourth of the way through the jury vote. Hope you're still glued to your seat. It's not done for a long time here. So Getas jede Nacht with 8, Aprite le finestre with 10, and Felipe gives 12 points to Ne crois pas. 28 points, separating our current top 2. Felipe also voted for the entire top 10, actually. The current top 10, that is. Stan from Belgium is the next one to vote here. We got a 10 for So Getas jede Nacht. Goes up to 3rd place there. And a 12 to Aprite le finestre. Still in 2nd, but Ne crois pas only got 1 point there, so it's catching up a little bit. Jamie Astrin... I can't pronounce that. Street. Here we go again. Yes, indeed, Jamie. Let's see where the big points go. Food gets quite a few there, but Ne crois pas gets the most. Another 12. Groot starts Season 2 with 1956. Groot Division 1980. Am I a joke to you? Well, I mean, I didn't think that the watchalongs would be what they are now. Bitti Strava, a heavy supporter for the songs on the bottom half right now. Where does the 12 go, though? Aprite le finestre. You might get your winner to win. But the others, they look like they have a hard time at the moment. We'll see. Groot's Grandma is the next one to vote. We got 8 points for Food. We get 10 points for Freddy. And the 12 points for Walter. Das stimmt. Walter mit 12 Punkte. Ja. Babatunde is jury number 26. And we get an 8-pointer for Refrain. A 10-pointer to Les Amants de Minuit. Yeah. And a 12 to De Vogels van Holland, our first song of the night, of course, and the first ever Eurovision song goes up on 76 points there. Lord Recap Morg, I love it. Embracing the jokes, wonderful name, thank you. We know where the 12's going. Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück. In case you did not know, Rodmorg really likes that song, and as you can see, it's now up into 3rd place again. Jeffrey, one thing I also noticed, look how close it is at the top. It's getting spicy. Jeffrey wants to put Walter up there with them as well. And a second 12 points pour la Food Leclerc, who's now up into 4th place with Messieurs les noyés de la Seine. And Megan's Hair is jury number 29. We got more points for Im Wartesaal, more points for Il est là, and a 12, the 12 to Ne crois pas. Will we get a winner's reprise of our winner? I don't think we usually watch that. Of course, if Refrain wins, we're not doing it. But yeah, good point. Vicky Vision here. Where does the 12 go? Ne crois pas. 26 points, separating the top 2 now. Yes, Kat, I think I'll put together, I'll sort that out. Yes, good idea. Das Alte Karrussell. Some of these names, you know, I just approve. I definitely do approve. Aprite le finestre, catching up a little bit. Mr. Food getting into the mix with that third place. It's so close there. 189, 188, 187. Fascinating. Mario from Austria gets Freddy up into third there. Ilela with an 8. Ilela is definitely within the mix of getting a top 5 as well, of course. The Vogels van Holland with a 10. And Aprite le finestre with a 12. 14 points. Now between the top 2. Can we get a change at the top? It's not looking impossible, you know. Cornwall is the next one to vote. And we get 8 points to Ne crois pas. And 10 to Aprite le finestre, which closes the gap even more. And a 12 to So geht das jede Nacht, who also wants to get into the mix, you know. Next up is I have no idea, me neither, about who's going to win, that is. Ne crois pas still in the lead, but Aprite le finestre is racking up the points. 8 points to Ilela, 10 points to the Vogels van Holland. And a 12 to Ne crois pas. Okay, so extending the gap a little bit again. Ilela definitely catching up to that battle for third now. WCV 2003. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here with us. We got 8 points for Wartesaal there. 10 for So geht das jede Nacht. And a 12 to Ne crois pas again. 22 points now. And okay, who's next? That would be Toipa Cat from Denmark. Denmark, of course, joining Eurovision in the next Watchalong we will watch, 1957. They might join Eurovision with quite a successful result as well. That's what we'll find out. Ilela with a 12, which puts it up into that top 5 now. Crucial top 5, I will let you know. A very exciting battle for those top few places there. Victor from United States gives 8 points to Wartesaal. 10 points to Ne crois pas. And the 12 to Aprite le finestre. 22 points now again. Next up is Keith. And Keith from the UK really contributes to that battle we have for last place. It's kind of a switcheroo thing going on there. Ilela with another 10 there. And Ne crois pas with another 12, which puts it up 23 points ahead of Aprite le finestre. Paerl from Sweden is our next voter. Ilela getting more points, up into 4th now. So geht das jede Nacht with an 8. Messieurs, les noyés de la Seine with a 10. And the 12 to Wartesaal zum großen Glück. Up on 233 points there in 4th place. Im Idantal zum großen Glück. Yes, good reference. Only 7 points though to Mr. Schwarz. More points to Food, more points to Lys, and the big one going to Aprite le finestre. You know, it's very tight at the top, has to be said. De Babas van Poland. You know, sometimes I just tip my hat. I do tip my hat for these names. I do like them quite a bit. 12 points, not to the Vogels van Holland though. 12 points to Wartesaal zum großen Glück. 1 point behind its German competitor, of course. Elendil, we're halfway through the jury vote now. And Elendil is a fan of Aprite le finestre. Even more of a fan of So geht das jede Nacht. But the biggest fan of Wartesaal zum großen Glück. It would be very interesting to see how many 12s each song has received today. Because definitely Ne crois pas and Wartesaal has probably the most. I feel like most of them end up on those two songs. So geht das jede Nacht with 8 points here to 12 point go to the song in my Spotify playlist. You only have one of these, and that's Ne crois pas. I've saved quite a few of these to my Spotify playlist personally, but that's just me. Vanocas has the next set of votes here from Vanuatu. 8 points to Refrain, 10 points to Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, and a 12 to Aprite le finestre. Trying to catch up a little bit again. Next up will be AJ. And AJ from Northern Ireland. We have a little bit of a battle for the Vogels van Holland and Das Alte Karrussell as well. Where does the 12 go here from AJ? To Aprite le finestre, 21 points in it. I think it's definitely these two that it's between. We still have a lot of people left to vote, of course, but they are starting to pull away a little bit. But we'll see. Jay from the UK. Some big points there for our top few songs. 10 points to Aprite le finestre. And a 12 to Ne crois pas. Jury number 47, Ivanik Punk from Finland is our next voter here. We got some points for Ding Dong, which puts it up into 13th. Some points for Food, some points for Freddy. And the big ones to Walter. And Walter is now up into 3rd because he's got more 12s than Freddy for sure, I'd say. I'm gonna try Michèle Arnaud. It's a very good reference. I do like it quite a bit. Very nice one there, Eliest. The 12 to Wartesaal. Nothing for Food. I'm taking notes. Don't you worry about that. We're moving on to Alexander from Denmark. Did I mention Denmark's joining Eurovision in 1957? Remember. So get us Nacht with a 10 there. And Aprite le finestre with a 12. We got 16 points between the top two now. It's getting spicy. ESC fan BG. 7 points to Aprite le finestre. 8 points to Refrain there. Refrain could get in the mix for the top 5 spots, you know. Ne crois pas extending the gap at the top. And so get us Nacht up into 3rd. Okay. 32 jurors to go. Hugo being the first of them. These are the lower points. Le Temps perdu is now up into 13th again. Aprite le finestre with an 8. Ne crois pas with a 10. And the 12 to So get us Nacht. Okay. Next up is Annie from Germany. Aprite le finestre only with 2 points here. That could harm them in case Ne crois pas gets a few here. The Ne crois pas gets 10, so now we have quite a gap at the top again. And the 12 to Wartesaal. Zum großen Glück. Okay, Queenie Qantas, jury number 53. A few more points for Aprite le finestre than Ne crois pas here. 8 points to Freddy. 10 points to Refrain. And the 12 points to Wartesaal. The German songs definitely have a little bit of a battle for 3rd going on now. I think Food is still holding his 5th place, but both Il est là and Refrain could definitely challenge for that. Rodu 1956, welcome. Happy to have you here. Hope you stick around for a long time. Where does your 12 go? To Food. You're one of us already. Or, well, you're one of us. You're one of the Food gang already. Welcome. Take the embrace, you know. No Name from Estonia. We're going to wait quite a while until Estonia joins Eurovision, of course, in these watch-alongs. That will happen in the 90s, I think 93 or 94. 94, I think, right? Amami Sevoy, that's the first 12 for them, I think, or for that song. Goes up into 8th place with that. I think, Amami Sevoy is a bit lower than I would have expected it to be. I think it's a very pretty one. 12 points from Micronesia here. Food got a bunch of points, but the 12 goes to Freddy, back up in 3rd. Rodu sounds like he'd be my Argentinian cousin. Fair point. Hiro Hachiko, next one here. We have a tie right now for last place, I just noticed. We also have 10 points to So geht das jede Nacht and a 12 to Ne crois pas. 30 points between our top two. Next up is McQuinn, 97. And these are the first points. No movement or anything like that at the moment. Amami Sevoy goes up to 8th there again with an 8. 10 points to Ilela. And a 12 to Les Amants de Minuit. Nice one. A lot of points on the right side there. And definitely the first 12, I think, to that song there. Close to triple digits now. Fredde from Sweden. It's the next one to vote. We got some points for the Vogels van Holland. Got some points for Amami Sevoy. They're just doing the switcheroo. And a 12 to the Food. Voted for almost the entire top 10 there. It's just us Alte Karrussell missed out a little bit on the points. Stella Mare from the US. With these as the lower points. We got some points for food. We got some points for Freddy. And the 12 to Im Wartesaal by Walter. Disco Das. Next one to vote. We got Darren in here, scattering out the points around the board. We got 8 points for Aprite le finestre, 10 points for Il est là, and 12 to Ne crois pas. Darren's a fan of the little upbeat tunes there, the top 3 being very upbeat, and very good songs at that as well. I do quite like them all. James here, James S, I should point out. Some points for Amami Savoy, who's starting to rack up a few bigger points now lately. 10 to Il est là and 12 to Im Wartesaal. Freddy Quinn still alive? He is indeed. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's quite old. Older than me, anyway. Verlolo geht so jede Nacht. Ich freue mich. Or something. 12 points to Aprite le finestre. 30 points now between our top 2. Next up is Tinta Negra Mole. I can't speak. I'm trying to actually. Wait, no, that's from my data. So it's Portuguese, I think. I'm actually trying to learn Spanish these days, believe it or not. I'm trying really hard, actually. I stole some course books from school so I can study Spanish at home. Just for the sake of it, you know. I want to learn. But yeah. Complete side point there. Daniel2552 gives 12 points to Ne crois pas, Ne crois pas. Yes, indeed. Jury number 66. Hooray. 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 Hoorays, maybe. No. Welcome, Hooray. Let's see where the big points go. 10 points to Ne crois pas. And a 12 to So geht das jede Nacht. Up into third again. Español es una buena idioma. Buena idioma, I think, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Creo también, I think. Julius, where does the 12 go? Ne crois pas. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who is going to jail for stealing? Yes, absolutely. From my own job. Paracelsa from Grootyland. Is that actually an option when you put in your country on when you vote? You can put it as Grootyland. I love that. 12 points to Wartesaal, but I kind of want to put Grootyland as my country now too. That's fantastic. Love it. Milos K from Montenegro gives 10 points to Refrain and 12 to Ne crois pas. Ne crois pas is definitely pulling away a little bit now at the top of the scoreboard, but remember, like, the televote will be the same amount of points as the entire jury vote, so technically Ding Dong from Belgium could still win. We don't know. AB45 from Greece, first time voters. Well, welcome. Happy to have you here. And a 12 to Food. You know. Faristo. Isabel A from Portugal gives these points here. We have a little bit of movement. Like, it's so close between the two German songs. Can't be understated. Les Amants de Minuit getting a bit of points here. And Il est là, once again, closing into that top 5. Said 12 points to Grootyland earlier. I need to make like that needs to be a Eurovision contender. Like in the Watchalongs, I pick a random song and throw it in at the end, and you can vote for that as well. No, I'm just kidding. 12 points to Aprite le finestre here from Dr. Seger. Wartet nicht mehr auf erste Mute, I think it said. Lovely. Jean from Portugal gives 8 points to Ne crois pas, 10 points to So geht das jede Nacht, and the 12 to the Vogels van Holland. The second 12, I do believe, for that song there. Might be the third, but I think it's the second. Yafil from Greece. It's not Efaristo, it's Efkaristo. Yeah, I know, Rodmorg, that's how you pronounce it. Efkaristo. I'm British, you know. Yafil, 12 more points for Ne crois pas, and now it's starting to be a gap up there. 46 points is what I'm counting it to. quite hefty. Samantha. Ne crois pas now up in the 600s. We got 8 points to Aprite, les finestre, 10 points to Il est là. Oh, it's so close between Belgium and France there now, actually. 12 points to Messieurs. Another big one there. Still in 9th. Il Crocodile. Welcome, welcome. A lot of Greeks voting tonight. Where does that come from, you know? Well, of course, I have to wait quite a long time for Greece to join Eurovision. They joined in 1974, which is quite a bit in the future here for us now. Das Alte Karrussell gets a 12. Doesn't change its position, but it's still in the top 10. Division 2, the Grutening from Grutiland. How abstract. Who could this be? I have no clue, but wonderful. You go very anonymous here. 12 points to Il est là, and you know what that means. It's 2 points for 5th place here. Exciting. ESC Fan France from Mauritania. We now have a tie for 5th place. I'm just throwing it out there. We have a tie for 3rd place as well. 10 points to Refrain. We do not have a tie for the lead, but yeah, Nekwapai with another 12. 57 points in it now. Starting to run away. Maria from Finland. Welcome to you as well. First time voting in a Eurovision watch-along. 8 more points for Aprite le Finestre. 10 points to Food. And 12 to Ne crois pas. I think the jury voting is definitely done now. Ne crois pas has won the jury vote. However, the televote still has its say, you know. Vilma from Finland. Where do these points go? 8 more points for Ne crois pas. 10 points for So geht das jede Nacht. And a 12 to Wartesaal zum großen Glück. 1 point in it for 3rd place. 2 points in it for 5th place. Cosmic Summers, you're the penultimate jury voter. You like... what songs do you like? You like Il est là, quite a bit, 8 points. You like So geht das jede Nacht, even more, 10 points. But you like Messieurs the most, 12 points, and still in 8th place there. And of course, ultimately, it's always... I'm always the last one on the jury vote, in case you did not know. So here are my points. You can take a look at them. Yeah, they very much... Like, if you know my channel, you know what my points will be for every year up until 1979, because I've made top lists of all of them. And of course, Food Leclerc is my numero uno. And these are our... Your pronunciation was very good. So it's actually like an elongated A sound. I don't remember how I said it. I need to look back on the stream to put it back in my memory. These are the jury standings. France is in last place, and Belgium is right above it. 1 point separating them. And it's kind of funny because in 5th and 6th, we also have Belgium and France fighting super closely, but for a somewhat better position. 12th place for Luxembourg here. The Netherlands have 2 quite low-scoring songs here, 11th and 9th. They are, of course, like the lowest if you combine their 2 songs. Switzerland with Das Alte Karrussell in 10th. Messieurs leading the right side. Then we got Refrain on the top half. Behind Il est là, Messieurs les noyés de la Seine. 4th place for Wartesaal and 3rd place for So geht das jede Nacht. The top 2, Aprite les finestre and Ne crois pas. 65 points separating those 2. And now we're going to reveal the televote. Let's see how the standings will adjust when we get the televote. If they will, we don't know. We're starting with generating some points or giving out some points for Le Temps perdu. 105 points, that's way more than they already had. So they more than doubled their score. Up on 176. Congratulations. Must be stoked about that. Le plus beau jour de ma vie got 80 points, which is not enough to surpass Le Temps perdu. That could indeed be a lost place for Belgium. 152 points in total. Let's see what Les Amants de Minuit can get. 128. So we do indeed have our last place confirmed now. Luxembourg going up there into a current 10th place. We'll see if they can keep it. Pour Route Fourbeille by Corry Brocken here. Gets 172 televote points, which puts it in the 300s. Doesn't quite reach the top half at the moment. But yes, it's in 8th at the moment. Das Alte Karrussell with 253 televote points. That's a big score. Puts it up into 5th place for the moment. It obviously won't stay there. but it maybe it climbs a few places. Maybe it could beat the Vogels van Holland. Jetty Paerl gets 263, so no, it can't. We're up in the 500s now. Sorry, I missed everything. I've been 6 hours catching up on sleep. You did the right priority, Ellen. Happy to have you here now. Welcome, welcome. Amami Savoy, 274. They're double their score, spot on. We'll just get higher and higher scores here. Amami Savoy, current 3rd place, will obviously not stay there, but still. Refrain then. We have our top 7 left to go. 353, almost doubling their score as well. Just 1 point less from the televote than from the jury vote. We're up on a 707 for Refrain. Now comes the exciting parts. Il est là. 469 televote points. Is that enough to put it in the top 5? It could be. It just might as well be. How many points does Belgium need? I don't know. They only get 395. They're out. Il est là into the top 5. Mr. Food missing out, but beats Refrain. Next up is Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück. 560 televote points. That puts it up in the thousands. So definitely a top 5 spot confirmed for Walter. Will it even be a top 3? So Geht das jede Nacht will get 540, which does put Im Wartesaal into top 3. Into the top 3 it goes. Now, the big 2. Aprite le finestre. The first one to receive some points here. 551. Im Wartesaal beat Aprite le finestre in the televote. I think that's it. I don't mean to spoil it for you, but surely Ne crois pas will get enough points now. It only needs 487. And Ne crois pas gets 671. They doubled their score as well. We're up on 1,342, and Luxembourg is indeed the winner of our Eurovision 1956 watch-along. Maybe not the biggest surprise in the world, because, now I will reveal it, they did win Season 1 as well. But it's going to, of course, be very interesting to compare how the results looked from Season 1. So let me just actually take a quick look at that, because you can of course see it on the website. I just need to find it. ESC watch-alongs by year. There we go. So let's just compare it real quick. There we go. As you can see, last time Ne crois pas won as well, quite comfortably, but it was ahead of So Geht das jede Nacht, who of course now finished in 4th. So there's a little bit of a change. Aprite le finestre was 3rd last time, only 10 points behind Germany, to be fair. Food Leclerc, big loser here I suppose, dropped 2 places. Im Wartesaal, big gainer, got up 2 places from 5th to 3rd. Il est là jumped 1 place from 6th to 5th this time. Amami Savoy dropped 1 place because Refrain was 7th today. It was super close actually last time between Amami Savoy, Refrain and Das Alte Karrussell. Not this time. Refrain in 7th, Amami Savoy in 8th, Das Alte Karrussell down in 10th. Vogels van Holland moved 1 place up then from 10th to 9th. And Voor Hoed Voorbij and Les Amants de Minuit, they switched places. And so did the 2 songs at the bottom as well. But yeah, that's the final results. Okay, as I said as well, of course you get written onto the medal table if you get a top 5 finish, and there is a little bit of a special thing going on as well if you get the top 5 finishes. So congratulations to our top 5, and of course the biggest congratulations to Ne crois pas for being the winner. Luxembourg, the first Group Division winner. Let's now take a look at the prediction results. 43 people out of 54. So quite a lot, predicted that Ne crois pas would win. All of them are here. I'm not reading you out because there are too many of you. 18 of you also got that Italy would finish 2nd. I'm not reading out all of you either. But only 1 of all of these people managed to get that Im Wartesaal zum großen Glück would finish 3rd. And that was Dr. Seger. Congratulations, well done. However, that doesn't mean anything because you're not getting points in predicting the top 3. You're getting points in getting the entire prediction as close to reality as possible. And, as we can see, we have a few people here who did very, very well. They did not, however, do the best. The top 3 of our prediction game consists of Nix Crois, who did a very good prediction, who was either spot on or only one place off on almost everything. Only Das Alte Karrussell and Messieurs would have needed to do a switcheroo in your predictions, and then it would look incredible. But you're in 3rd place, Nix. In 2nd place, we have Dr. Seger. So your top 3, of course, gave you a lot of points. You thought that Food would do a little bit better than he actually did, but he didn't. So you have to settle for 2nd place, because Jacob is our first prediction winner of Season 2. And if you look at that, everything is either spot on or one place off. That is very, very impressive. It's very well done. I salute you. Well done, Jacob. You're our first prediction winner. That will also be shown on the predictions medal table. Look at you. There you are. All of you who voted, who got a top 5 finish in today's prediction game. You join the prediction table, which is a new thing for Season 2 that Darren has put together. And I love this whole thing. I will be keeping my eyes peeled on this table because I think this is really fun to have this as a stat. And just take a look like how this will change moving forward. Earlier predictions are the tiebreaker. Yeah, so obviously, like if you tie with someone, the earlier you predict, the better it is for you. So predict early. You can already predict for 57 and 58 and 59, I think. Right, Darren? I think so, anyway. Jacob from Kai. I don't think he's German, though. So, yeah. First time predicting and already top 5. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Congratulations. We're moving on to the full results here. As you can see, we know what the jury vote looked like. This was the results of the jury vote. The televote had Ne crois pas as the winner as well, of course. In Wartesaal in 2nd and Aprite le finestre in 3rd, with So geht das jede Nacht in 4th. Il est la 5th, Messieurs 6th. And yeah, the rest is actually spot on, correct, as to how they finished. So yeah, they only had a bit of a switcheroo at the top 4 here. But the total score, this is the final standings. The number of 12s, as we can see, 48 12s to Ne crois pas and 35 to In Wartesaal zum großen Glück. And then 19 for Aprite le finestre, which was next there. Only 3 people blanked Aprite le finestre, which is a crazy, crazy result. 7 people blanked Ne crois pas, which is a little bit more. But yeah, only 3 people blanking Aprite le finestre. That's quite a good result, let's say. We'll take a little bit of a look on the 12-point summary. As you can see, these are, yeah, you can't fit all of the people who 12 Ne crois pas on one page. But yeah, you are all here. We have 35 of you for In Wartesaal. I think you can see all of them there. You can't see the entire Lucario name. This music is too new for me. Shake my head. Okay. And yeah, all 35 of you gave 12 points to In Wartesaal. 19 of you right there to Aprite le finestre. And 18 of you to So geht das jede Nacht. And then 10 for both Il est là and Messieurs les noyés de la Seine, of course. 7 for Refrain, and every single one of them being in the televote. That's interesting. 6 of you to Messieurs, 5 to the Vogels van Holland. 4 to Das Alte Karrussell. 2 for Les Amants de Minuit. And 1 to For Route Voorbij. And then nothing for the bottom 2 there. So yeah, that's the 12-point summary. Now I'm trying to think. Darren, help me out. Is there something else I'm supposed to show? I'm sure there is. Ranked summary. I don't know what these mean. Live early. I should have checked that. That's that. What's this? Live. Wait, what's the difference? What is this? Oh, this is interesting. This is from everyone who voted tonight, of course. We have early voters, people who voted in advance, and this is the standings that if you only use them, it will look like this. But the live results, of course, completely 100% aligns with the results that we got tonight, I think. So yeah, the votes before the show doesn't really matter. But they added to the points tally, so that's that. We also have the medal table there. Yes, just like Darren said. Of course, all of the countries are on here. There are only 7 countries so far, but we will get joined by the United Kingdom, by Denmark, and by... Is it Austria who joins in 57 as well? I think it's Austria. So those will join in for the next watch-along. But right now, we got Luxembourg leading the medal table because they have a first place. Italy has a second place. Germany has a third and a fourth, and France has a fifth. Medal table. I see you, Darren. I see you, Darren. I know there's a delay on YouTube when I stream, but I've seen it. So that's the medal table at the moment. And yeah, I think that's it. I do think that's it. Let's go back to this one. Final results. Take them in and do what you wish with them. Maybe I'll just bump it down a little bit like that so you can see all of them. Yep, there you go. Beautiful. Belgium joins too. Belgium was in this year. Did you already forgot Belgium was in? How could you? Wohin kleines Pony, that's in 57. That is correct. That is all now. Other than to mention Friday. Yes, indeed. On Friday, same time, same place, YouTube, 8 p.m. Central European Time, 1957. Eurovision 1957 watch along. Please join me for that. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you are as well. And yeah, that's it for tonight. Yes, we're going to watch the winning performance one more time. Bro forgot food. Yeah, I know, right? I shake my head. Absolute nonsense. Let's see if I can find where Ne Crois Pas performed. There we go. All right, let's see if I can actually... Maybe I have something prepared that you can just get the full screen of Ne Crois Pas as we finish. Same Groot channel, same Groot place. See you Friday. See you on Groot Friday. Have a good one, everyone. Let's now round us off with... oh, this could actually be very wrong when I switch here, but... no, you know what? Let's just... let's do one thing. I'm gonna try. Maybe this could be terrible, but why not? Why not? Where's the screen capture? There we go. Add a new source. Sorry for you just doing this live, but you gave me the idea in the middle of the show, so you gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. Now you can't see me anymore. Now I shut up. Here's your winner of the first Eurovision watch along for season 2. Take care of yourselves and good night.
Te dis que tu plais aux belles, y a pas de quoi t'en vanter. Et au lieu de te moquer d'elles, tu ferais mieux d'en profiter. Ne crois pas que toute ta vie on t'aimera pour tes beaux yeux, car si tu leur fais envie, c'est que t'es jeune et rien de mieux. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Tu seras comme tout le monde, avec le teint des Cathy. Tu auras le ventre en mappemonde et toutes les dents desserties. Quand tu auras le crâne bien lisse, le geste mal assuré et le regard en coulisses, tu iras te faire réparer. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Tu te crois malin à vouloir jouer les insondables, les intouchables, du début jusqu'à la Saint-Glinglin. C'est pas sérieux, les Hermès, Adonis, les Hercules, qui déambulent sans songer qu'un jour ils seront vieux. Si on te dit que tu plais aux belles, y a pas de quoi t'en vanter. Et au lieu de te moquer d'elle, tu ferais mieux d'en profiter. Ne crois pas que toute ta vie on t'aimera pour tes beaux yeux, car si tu leur fais envie, c'est que t'es jeune et rien de mieux. Ne crois pas que tu seras toujours beau gosse. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera. Ne crois pas que ta jeunesse durera.